plastic bag?
The bags?
I mean, this
I
was
think those are the
discovered
bags.
in the evidence bag, was it not?
Can you inspect it more?
Let's examine this. It would appear that this bag was actively used in the murder of Mr. Faraday.
Wait! Isn't it possible that the killer left his fingerprint on one of them inside?
Sorry, but it looks like the killer was very careful not to leave any evidence behind.
Sounds like we have a very clever killer at our head. Oh, which means that on one second thought, maybe the detective didn't do it after all. Just calling Gumshoe stupid.
Wait. Key. Knife. Can we inspect this?
Does it have the same symbols?
Can we inspect it? We can't inspect it.
No.
It doesn't have the same symbols. I'm
I don't know.
zooming in.
Perhaps this could be like a... No, I don't know. It's probably a stretch to claim that they actually like fit together.
Why don't you present it then?
The knife?
Oh,
No, the key.
The
The
key?
key.
Oh, sorry. Of course, no. The knife is... Yes, the knife was used to bring the knife into the courthouse. The key. Okay, let's see. Take that! This
That's a
Yatagarasu
point for
key
no
Mr.
one.
Faraday mentioned in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse.
you're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth.
You just need to look a bit closer, Franziska, to see what I mean. Don't the color and ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything?
They do remind me of that knife.
Very good. Both the Yatagarasu's key in this photo and the murderer's knife have this very unique design on the handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentioned the Yatagarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife.
You don't seriously mean to say?
It appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are in fact one and the same.
But that's impossible.
Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility.
Mm.
Now then, let us examine this knife in a little more detail. Finally. So if we flip this around... Well,
Let's flip
let's
it.
examine the blade.
Oh, it has butterflies too.
Yeah, it does. It's the weapon that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. The handle and the blade itself both have beautiful designs worked into them.
Wait, is it supposed to be like a flower and a vines? Is it like the perfume she wears? Maybe
Symbolic.
it's not Faraday, it's Mr. Yu who is the Yatagarasu.
Huh.
Oh,
I'm not
look,
so
there's
sure.
even a flower-shaped design in the golden section too. If it hadn't been used in the two for a murder, I'd want it for myself.
She seems to be drawn to the embellishments. Too bad this isn't mine to give. It's the weapon that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. The handle and the blade itself both have beautiful designs worked into them. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Wait.
Maybe with the butterflies?
Wait,
What?
what is
Huh?
that?
What is that?
Oh
Oh.
my god.
I can't believe it turned me. I think there was such a trick to this thing.
So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key the Yatagarasu stole. This piece of information
Fine,
is
a
not
point for
critical
you,
in
I
anything
guess.
we've learned up until now. What, sorry?
A point for you, I guess.
Yes, sir.
It's not fair. It's the controllers. You have them. You can glitch it.
I have better eyesight.
Fuck. Frankly, I'm shocked.
Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea the key was hiding a knife blade inside, but who knew then?
But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to the knife trick could have killed Mr. Faraday.
Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday. meaning that the only person could be is the one who sent the key in the first place. The great thief Yatagarasu.
Bum, bum, bum. Then maybe Mr. Rail was really the real Yatagarasu. And he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that the most possible scenario?
No, not really, especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier...
But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
I see. Alright, I guess the person who knows the trick behind the key is someone else. And that person is the real Yatagarasu.
It seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case. No pun intended.
So many puns.
What do you mean? I'm pretty sure we're done, right?
We're done.
Dave Johnson?
What, sorry?
Dave Johnson? Wait, have you looked at everything?
Well, not the gun.
Yeah. What, no?
I wondered until I
you look at the
inspected... Oh, I contradicted myself. I did not inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. This gun, it was originally used to kill the Cadopian embassy staff member. When the crime was reported,
man.
the responding police found Mr. Wells still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest.
And then, the gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. That's odd, we're short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court.
The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
It's in the recycle bin. Somebody deleted it. The video showing the moment in which Mr. Rell committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed?
Are you done with your inspection of the evidence?
Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I am missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence. Tutorial.
Your Honor? Where were your were you derelict?
Derelict, yeah.
I actually don't know that word. What is that word?
Derelict? I only know like
Derelict.
I know derelict is like the wreckage of like a ship or something, or like some, yeah, but I don't know I don't know what its other meaning is.
Your Honor, where are you derelict in your duties? It has your duties.
What? No, I
Duties.
cannot link my duties. What do you take me for?
Ew. What?
No, Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence in today's trial, the surveillance video, is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me.
But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene?
There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I will have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime, defendant lobby number 2. Thank you for telling us the scene of the crime.
The scene of the crime. Oh.
Who's that?
Oh, it's the dude from the other game, the one we played in the circus.
That's Detective
It's the
Bad.
Phoenix wannabe.
But
No, it's the Phoenix phony wannabe.
really? Oh, the hair. But who is he with?
Is it a point for me? I want a point, just because Daniela didn't get it.
Just fine. Let's even ourselves out.
I've never seen that officer before.
No, do you find it?
No, not yet, but I've looked everywhere.
I see. Well then, please continue with the search.
Understood. I'll continue the search. So you're the one running the show. Prosecutors like you shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes.
How dare you? Just who do you think you are?
Bye. Bye, Mom. So rude.
What was all that about, and who was that man just now?
Whoever he is, I've never met such an impudent officer in my life.
Looks like Hobo Gumshoe.
Right? Does he know that was standing right here before him?
I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want? Kids,
Ugh.
my bat senses are tingling.
It looks like you were paying attention after all.
Of course, I was. I have eyes in the back of my head.
Ew, Detective Bad. Ah, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake. It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what is behind him at all times. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now?
The guy came here from the Republic of Zengfa to study. He's Agent Lang. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of detainment from scratch.
By visiting various police departments around the world? He has a lot of dedication.
He's still just a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. The guy's more useful than Gumshoe. Even if he is rude,
I would the help
he's better than my son.
What the heck?
Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time.
I agree. However, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad?
Earlier, that little girl was poking around in lobby note 1 as well.
Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you.
I highly doubt that it has nothing to do with me. Fine, if this is the game I must play, then I will take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what happened in this room straight from him.
You fucker.
Okay.
How can you
I
get
suppose
anything
it's
straight from him?
impossible No,
He's
I
Batman.
didn't.
He's a gay icon. I suppose you're right.
Actually, that's not true. I bet a person of small stature could slip in. Francisco, would you care to help test my theory?
Oh, you want me to jump over the window?
Oh my god.
Drat, I must remember to be more tactful around the vertically challenged.
The vertically challenged. It's a vertically challenged. It's racist.
Earlier, you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2.
That's what moving is.
You are quite the busy man, Detective Bad.
Multiple returns to a crime scene.
Brings rounds but success. That's what we detectives say.
I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked about what's happened again, correct?
I don't have anything left to say to you, boy.
Ugh. Boy, you'll see. I will draw my answer from you, one way or another.
I'm gonna find you.
Would it kill you to help us even have time to get for our investigation?
I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think?
Please, we are asking for just a bit more of your cooperation.
Don't push me, kid. I'll fucking shoot you.
I'd like to ask once again about what happened around here at the time of the crime. Oh shit.
I refuse to answer. Any more investigation investigating you would be a waste of time. You need to show him something. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about?
Things you don't know about? But aren't you supposed to know everything?
Yeah,
He
Batman.
should.
I mean
Wait.
Bruce Wayne, shit.
Is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. Wait. Okay, yeah, the key.
Yeah, the legit key.
Detective Bad, did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph?
Of course I did. I'm Batman. It's my job to know everything related to the Yanagarasu case.
In that case, let me ask you something. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same?
What? That's impossible!
It looks like you didn't know after all.
This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rell was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct?
You want a lollipop? I guess so.
However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was, in fact, a knife.
Yeah, I have to admit neither of us knew the fact. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How do we miss something as big as this?
I noticed that since a little while ago, you appeared to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for.
Yeah, that's right.
And why were you searching for it?
Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect the key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's hands in his bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life?
Detective Bad, so that we may find out the truth, please testify for me once more.
Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change.
Detective Bad, I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1.
My answer is still the same. And this is the last time I'm going to do this.
That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up and find the truth behind this case.
You're going down.
No, you're
You know,
going.
it actually makes sense that you is the one who committed the murder, because she's the only thin person, except Francisca and Kay, that can fit into those bars.
What if it was Kay?
Can she even fit through that? I don't think any human being on Earth can fit through that. It's
Oh, you'd be
it's so
surprised.
thin. Okay. Alright. Sorry, no. There are very thin people who can, but like no one in the courthouse.
Look at her structure. She's basically a stick.
She is thin, but then I don't think even she can fit through that.
Again, you'd be surprised.
Okay. We're gonna get a
I
scene
was
where she
talking
actually
to
like.
lobby number 1, talking with you.
No. You know that scene from Terminator 2 where the police officer just like faces through the metal bars.
It goes to make she turns into water.
She turns into like metal, like she liquefied metal, and then she just faces through it. Oh my god.
We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. I saw my son goofing around there, and we all ran into lobby number 2.
You need to press one thing here.
It sounds like the exact same story he told us before.
Indeed. However, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can.
Batman. No.
Na Batman. Look at this lollipop. It never gets smaller. It's like the best lollipop ever.
Yeah, it's infinite. It's everlasting.
It's the never goes away. Yeah, that would solve world hunger. This lollipop, and he's not sharing it with anyone.
Only in his mouth. What was he doing? Hold it. Detective Gumshoe was there in the hallway?
Yeah, the fucking idiot.
Why didn't you attest to that earlier?
When I saw Gumshoe, it was after I heard the gunshot. Having seen him then didn't change that fact that he still could have done the deed.
It sounds exactly what...
Sorry.
Is there something in particular we should know? Oh,
No, this is like the last part. Okay, hold on.
I think it's talking about trivial things, 'cause it wasn't trivial.
Yeah,
They
that's
probably-
true.
they talk-
This is something that he should explain in more detail. Hold it. I was hoping you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yu.
Trivial stuff. It was nothing important.
That's for me to decide. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then.
God damn it.
Are you serious?
Don't fuck with Batman.
Who is Edgeworth in these? Batman
Maybe he
outfits?
didn't hear the gunshot. He heard the balloon popping too.
Yeah, that's true. So let's press this. How do you know that it was the gunshot? Hold it! Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary?
I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot.
If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder, that would give that other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now.
Sure, fine.
Did you? Did you?
Did you?
Did you?
This was the most violent balloon ever if so many people thought it was a gunshot.
Objection! Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything?
Looks like a condom. It's the same color
That's
as
what we
the one
thought.
Kay was holding.
Oh, so you knew about the girl's balloon?
Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery. During recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up with her.
Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon.
So, what about the balloon?
I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point.
What are you getting at?
This fragment was found in the hallway right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot.
Oh, so the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh?
On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop. About 20 minutes before the trial was about to reconvene.
Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well.
So,
Don't give me a so.
We just proved that there is a flaw in your testimony.
little bitch, the crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivety cracking.
Oh my god. Ow!
And since you kids don't know, let me fill you in on something.
The balloon?
Did you ever stop to think that the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked. They're pretty good with secrets, I'd say.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, you'll never get it. You won't get it. The doors and walls are super thick, with a C. The window panes are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material.
Whoa, guys, we
mean-
need that room. Guys, we need that room.
Why? Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there was no way I could have heard that sound.
No!
Ugh.
So how did you hear the gunshot?
I knew that's what he was going to say.
Then that means that Scrappy Face testimony is completely useless. If the rooms are soundproof, then of course you wouldn't hear any sign of struggle.
Oh.
That's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now, do you get it, kids?
Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic. Not the other way around.
So you had a question, Shala. Why did he hear the gunshot but not the balloon popping? Well, a gunshot is like 10 times louder than a balloon popping, I think. They just sound a bit similar. The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine this situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the gunshot either. And yet, Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad. If that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot?
See?
What do you mean?
See?
Now?
That's
Same
true.
question as me.
Never mind.
Same question as me.
What do you mean?
It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words. Okay, I was wrong.
Haha. Well,
Oh,
boy,
how so?
remember, Ravenclaw.
If the rooms are not as soundproof as you say they were, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears?
Ah, I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought.
Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does that boil down to?
She's so short.
It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how Detectives
There's
Bad
no-
and Gumshoe heard a gunshot that theoretically couldn't have.
They're so inconsistent with her height. Sometimes she's Edgeworth's height, sometimes she's like it's fucking dwarf.
Yeah. He
It
sure
looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh?
The state of the crime scene. Wait, can it be?
It's that ultra song perfume you wears. She spilled some of it.
Eh.
And way too noisy.
The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
I like how it just instantly brings us to... Wow.
This pleasing smell and
These two are, I
missing
think these two are
evidence.
connected because they both conceal what actually happened in the crime scene.
What? But what about the missing evidence, disappearing smell? So we connect you and the disappearing evidence.
What?
We want right now to connect you to the missing evidence because the
That's true.
smell.
Oh, that's
So why not-
true.
Disappearing smell, missing evidence.
So if we go to the wait. Huh. We track the smell? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try this. Oh. The
No,
pieces
it's
don't
wrong.
fit together
No.
quite right.
Oh,
well.
minus 1 point.
God damn it.
I
It works.
I still stand by this. Because
Why?
these two work in conjunction with each other. What? Okay,
Minus
never
1
mind.
point.
Not exactly shining
Even it
except with
out.
the perfect line of logic.
What do we want to connect? No human can
Oh.
slide through these bars.
The scent of flowers is
Oh.
in the air.
Fuck. Fuck.
And then
1 point for Daniel.
okay. It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through barred windows, and yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant's lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open barred windows. Incorporeal. Wow. Is it possible
missing
that the
evidence,
tape
open
was being
window.
played on the TV?
Missing evidence, open window. Oh no, but it doesn't make. Yeah, maybe it was because remember when we entered, there was like a.
There's a what?
It would make sense. It when we entered, the TV just like turned on its own. Remember? It would make sense. Whatever you want, Daniel.
Okay. I choose these. Unless maybe she threw the missing evidence out the window. Honestly. Let's see.
It's on the ground then. They just find it on the ground.
God damn it, what? The pieces
I
don't
was
fit
right.
together quite
It's
right.
1 point for me. 1 point
Okay.
for me. Uh-huh.
Wait, so missing evidence
Missing
and
evidence. An open window.
okay.
Our pride is just gonna get. Our pride is just gonna get us losing all the bear. What?
The pieces don't fit together quite right. And we are losing health. Shit. Sound could have made it through.
I guess. Jesus Christ. Yeah, very loud television, open window. Oh wait, Daniel, let's try to put the points aside right now because we're losing health.
Okay.
We need to work together.
The only connection we haven't made are these two pieces of evidence.
I know.
We've connected the
I know.
loud television with the missing evidence. We've connected the missing evidence with the open windows. We haven't connected the TV and the windows. So this has gotta be it. Unless Julio's like fucking pulling our leg and is like, oh, you guys don't even have the evidence yet. You don't have the logic yet.
It could. He seems like the type of person who would do that.
He'd like watch after we do this. He's gonna be like, oh, you guys don't actually have the evidence yet. Let's see. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Yes,
Fine.
1 point
sound.
for Daniel.
What for Daniel? We both agreed
He
on
said it
that.
first. He said it first. He said it a lot
Is
earlier.
No, what? This is rigged.
2 points for 2
Yeah.
points. One for each of us.
Okay.
Yay.
Now then,
Fair.
what else besides a smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations.
I guess the only thing we can do, huh?
Did it? No. No fucking way. It was the recording of the gun that they heard? And it was in full volume. It was in full volume, remember? It was noisy.
Yo, that's. But then, what about the actual gunshot?
I don't know. Where did the actual gunshot come from? Let's see.
Maybe it was dead beforehand. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't. Wait, yeah. Wait a second. Maybe he died by a gunshot. Maybe they carved his body like there was a bullet there. To make it seem like it's a gunshot.
And that's why we couldn't find the... What do you call it? The burn marks on his clothes?
Yeah. Let's see.
The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence created for me is the gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place.
Miles, what have you been thinking about? What are you thinking about? Ba-dum-bum. Stop wasting time thinking and start looking again.
It's not a waste of time to think, for I have figured out where we should look.
And where would that be?
I believe we should examine the television.
The TV.
Oh wait.
TV. That's me. Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. Choo 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 choo.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's check the tape recorder first. The tape player. It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside.
It looks like the tape must have been stopped on its own when it reached the end.
This tape, could it not be the missing surveillance tape?
I suppose, but
Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if I verify the content of this video?
Sure. Knock yourselves out.
alright, let's rewind this and see what we have.
If I remember correctly, the footage of Rel killing the embassy staff member should be at about the 30-minute mark from the start of the tape.
Understood. This should be about right. Now then, let's see.
Daniel, you were onto something. Okay, yeah, that's 1 point for Daniel.
This is the footage of Mr. Rail shooting up the embassy staff member.
I knew it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along.
You know, I'll be fair. 2 points.
Okay, 2
This
points. Okay.
What is the meaning of this?
It appears that the Detective Bad has figured out the true sort of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder.
Do you mean that you figured it all out then?
Yes, all I have to do now is show what the gunshot Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from.
Fine. In that case, show me what you deduced.
Now, to show what the gunshot Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from.
From the window. From the
You can deduce
window.
now.
I can.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wait, because we're looking for two different things here.
Yeah.
The gunshot was played from the video, but they heard it because the window was open. So let's deduce this first.
No.
What?
The
Okay, never
window.
mind.
To the window.
Okay.
You have
To the
evidence for
wall.
one, but you don't have the evidence for other. Yeah, I don't think you have a window evidence, right?
Yeah. That is
do
a
we
1
have?
point for me. That is a 1 point for me. To
We
the
have window
window.
logic, but you don't
Oh, we have the
window
video.
evidence.
Wow.
Yeah.
To the wow.
Okay, then.
1
So wait,
point for Shah.
what do we deduce
To the
then?
window. To the window.
Okay.
To the window.
So the tape? So these two work in conjunction of each other. Okay.
Are we gonna get our hair
Eureka!
help back?
If the dawn windows to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used the gun and no one would have been the wiser.
That's true. This courthouse does seem to have well designed for such a thing. As you can
However, what happened in reality was Detective Gumshoe, Detective Brad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot.
Well, the windows in lobby note 2 and 1 and the hallway were open. So naturally, people in close locations could hear it.
Ah, but then why would the criminal open the window in the first place?
To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose.
Correct. That's the only logical conclusion from which we can draw.
But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction.
Nobody can satisfy you, Francisca. Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. What was it that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of?
When the crime took place?
No, you did say something about making it look like he was shot, right? Shot.
Yeah.
So maybe he wasn't
Yeah.
shot at all.
But he has the bullet wound.
Oh, he has the bullet
Yeah,
wound? You
like
mean the bullet is
wound.
actually there?
So, I think when the time took place,
Yeah, probably when the crime took place.
or the murder weapon. One of those two.
Like, the bodies could have been very well set up, like, long before. And then they left the video
Yeah.
running, and then they waited for it to play out, and then the 30-minute mark, that's when they heard the gunshot. So they rushed in and they thought,
Exactly.
oh, it just happened. So, I say when.
Same.
Okay. The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so.
So that's why the tape was left running.
You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video?
You fool! Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. It must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty, someone who has no alibi for that time period, and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer.
So it's 1 point for me? Yay.
It's gotta be... what's his name? Manny Kuchiku?
Many Gucci
Gucci
men. Gucci men.
Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, what is it? Miss Yu was asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says that she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something.
It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something.
Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over.
I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say.
It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth.
And we will see you guys
Next
In
time.
the
next
next
final part.